do you have any team right now as far as the engine behind you to showcase your talent?
Right now, just recently, I have a music consultant that I'm
Okay.
working with. So he is educating me on so many levels
Mm-hmm.
of, excuse me, making sure that I have my music, make sure everything is copyrighted, making sure everything, I'm on top of everything, making sure that the royalties is covered,
Mm-hmm.
everything. So I do have him. That
Okay.
he's just recently, I just started working with him.
Okay. So any dedicated producer, you know, you said you
Yes.
have a management team, I suppose, or
Well, I have producers that I'm working with right
mm-hmm.
now. Um, I love being an independent artist. When I did a performance back in December, a gentleman, he after I performed, he came to me. He said, "Remember, I told you I have a friend or someone that works for Capitol Records in L.A." And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna give you his information. You can call him." But it's that part of me that I'm not really sure ready if I'm ready to go to a
A big record label.
big record label yet. I'm still just trying to because I hear the stories about Prince
Mm-hmm.
and I hear the stories about Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I hear all of the different
Yes.
inspiring stories about being an independent artist.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going to be an independent artist, first of all, I'm a grown woman. Some people that start music, they're young. But for me, I have a home. You know, I have a car. I have finances. I have responsibilities. So for me, if I'm going to do something right, I'm going to do it properly. Okay. What do I need to do as far as for getting a musical? You know, I talked to a friend of mine. She's a lawyer, but I said, okay, I need a music lawyer. You know, I need someone that can help me manage, make sure anything that I write or sign, it is properly handled when it comes to that part of it. Um, but then when I put all my music out there, the first thing I did was I made sure I copyrighted all of my music.
Okay.
That was the first thing I did. And then it was making sure that I sign up with the art, what is it, to make sure you get your royalties and everything.
It's so many of them
Yeah, it's
over
so
there.
many, right? The BMI and all
BMI
of
is
them, the
one of
different
them.
ones,
Yeah.
ASCAP,
AppScat.
all of that stuff. I wanted to make sure I was signed up with that as
Mm-hmm.
well. So just making sure I take care of the business aspect part of it. That was
Okay.
the most important thing.
Okay.
And maybe it has a lot to do with me being a responsible adult. You know,
Okay.
some people are not responsible, but I'm very responsible. So I wanted to make sure if I'm going to go into this line of music, I want to make sure all of my ducks are lined up in the row before I approach anything, before I release anything, before I put anything out in the atmosphere. I want to make sure it's covered and make sure it's taken care of before I put anything out there.
Okay, so your intellectual properties are covered.
Yes.
Because I try to raise the awareness. Just like you said, if
Right.
your intellectual property are not covered before you go to the big levels,
Mm-hmm.
so artists tend to get take advantage of.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very important people understand that
Yes.
process of getting an entertainment lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
to understand the contract and being able to protect your intellectual property for you to profit from it
Yes.
later on when in case you become big or
Mm-hmm.
in the future. So when the music is made, everything is copyrighted, your
Right.
intellectual property is protected.
Mm-hmm.
How do you distribute or how do you showcase that music? I'm talking about your social media, the
Right.
network you have in place, any open mic, any opening for big artists. Like how
And
is that process for you?
that process is it's slow only because that's my next step.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting ready to get into now. Ready to get out and mingle, actually get out there and do the open mic nights. Um, so that's the part that I'm getting hype and happy about. Like, yeah, it's time to get
Right,
out
yeah.
there. It's time for people to notice and, just to get out there and show people my craft, my gift, my talent. So that's what I'm getting ready to work on now. That's why I have my musical consultant right now that we're talking about that when it comes to putting everything on social media, letting people hear it. But now I just want to get into the local places now.
Okay.
Just starting somewhere. You know how you got to start small, work your way up to the top. I don't believe that I should go up on the top and be like, yeah, I'm the winner. No. just baby steps.
Little by little. Huh?
Yeah, so everything, this whole process has been so great for me. It's parts of me and parts of times I'd be like, okay, I want to hurry. But then I have to pull myself back. Say, okay, relax. Now it's time. Now it's time to just do it the right way. So that's what I'm doing now. So that's what I'm ready for now.
Okay.
I'm ready for the performance. And I'm already on the stage all the time,
Okay.
you know, teaching fitness.
Yeah.
So when I teach fitness, I'm in front of I'm in front of people. You know, it's been times I've been on the news teaching fitness. So I'm used to it. I'm used to the sunshine. So that's just me now. Of course, when I get on the stage, it's gonna be something different. So I'm gonna be rolling and, you know, doing something nice because my music is for grown and sexy people.
So when you mention like grown and sex, like what is the age bracket you're trying to target?
I would say maybe 25 years of age and older.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're talking people who are potentially are getting, you know, married and
Yeah, in
you
a
know,
relationship, dating,
out of college, trying to settle.
Yeah.
All those things. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I know making music costs money.
Yes.
So, and I mean, developing your artistry costs money.
Mm-hmm.
So, how are you generating money from your artistry now to cover all the expenses you're encountering?
Okay. Well, when in the beginning, I was
Any
telling.
merchandise you're selling, like T-shirt?
Hello. Cinnamon twist. But no, all of my music that I wrote, like the first 4 songs that I wrote, I put them on my T-shirt.
Okay.
So, but I'm also smart too, because I take and trademark my stuff as well.
Okay.
So I cover everything.
Mm-hmm.
I cover all of it.
Oh, the intellectual property. So.
I cross all the D's, okay, and I give all the dots to every sentence. But that's what I do. So every song I did, I put it on my T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon twist, life of the party, biceps, triceps, lunge, and squat. But I also made sure I trademarked a fitness line called Live for Fitness.
Okay.
So that's something else that I did. So, but I did go to school for dental assistant and was working out at the Pentagon. I did, you know, worked at the Navy Yard. I did a little bit of everything. But what I'm doing now is childcare.
Okay.
So I've been licensed childcare early educator for 17 years now.
That's nice.
Yeah. So I am my own entrepreneur. I have my own business.
Okay, so the money is not really coming from your artistry per se right now, but on a personal level.
Right.
Except for the other than the artistry right now.
Now it's
Okay.
it's a little hard sometimes
Yeah.
because right now taking my own money that I make
Yeah.
from my business, but then it's like now I go and do a couple of shows and different things I do, and I'll sell my merchandise.
Okay.
But I haven't been somewhere recently because there's been so much that's been going on and happening that I haven't had the time. Because it was at one point I was focusing on my merchandise
Okay.
and put my music to the side. Like I was focusing so much going to different shows, selling my stuff, but I wasn't taking money going to the studio.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, let's change
Reverse it.
course. Now let's focus on the music because we got to get the music out first. And then you can do that. Or what I was thinking was, all right, I already had the concept up, Cinnamon Twist. I could put on a lot of sexy stuff. I could put it on leggings, coming up the thigh. I could put it on some bathing suits, Cinnamon Twist. Hello, who would not want to wear a Cinnamon Twist? I even have Caucasian people that come, what is Cinnamon Twist? Oh, you asked. Cinnamon Twist is a sexy lady. So I go into what a Cinnamon Twist is. So check out my song. It's actually on. So this is my brand. So that's what I'm always saying on my Instagram page and my Facebook and everything is, if you're going to brand something, use your brand. You know, talk about your brand. So if you want to wear my brand, let's talk about it.
Okay.